it's very eclectic down there.
Tom Keeton is here. His new CD is called Yesterday's Coat, and I'll play a song from it in a little while, but I asked you to bring your guitar so you could play a couple songs for us here in the studio live.
Sure.
You want to play a song now?
Yeah, sure. I will. I'll play this song. This song I was fortunate to win the Irish folk.
Oh, I was going to ask you
folk
about that
song
next.
contest at
Yes.
John Martin's a couple of weeks ago, and this is a little jig that I wrote a couple of years ago.
Wait a minute. Oh, I'm going to get you on that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. This is the jig anyway, and it's called Seamus's Graveyard. I want to be buried in Seamus's graveyard. I want to lay down next to Seamus's kin. The end of the race is a fair and a place to spend an eternity in. I don't want to be buried in the public cemetery. I want to lie far from the mold and crowd. Want to be buried in Seamus's graveyard. Want to be buried in Seamus's yard. In the event of me death, when I've drawn me last breath, when I'm history, when I'm a ghost. When the final bell rings, when the fat lady sings, when I'm dead, when I die, when I'm toast. When I paid for the farm, when I've gone to the barn, and me heart lies still in me chest. Could you be a good neighbor and do me a favor and honor me final request? Wanna be buried in Seamus's graveyard, wanna lay down next to Seamus's kin. The end of the race is a fair and a place to spend an eternity in. Don't wanna be buried in the public cemetery. Wanna lie far from the mold and crowd. Wanna be buried in Seamus's graveyard. Wanna be buried in Seamus's yard. Seamus's grandfather died of a heart attack. Now he's slumbering peaceful and deep. Sweet Anna Marie lived to 73, and one night she just died in her sleep. Now she's lying beneath the old hawthorn tree in the field behind Seamus's place. Night she proposes a toast to her beautiful ghost and her lovely invisible ribbons and lace. I wanna be buried in Seamus's graveyard. Wanna lay down next to Seamus's kin. The end of the race is a fair and a place to spend an eternity in. Wanna be buried in the public cemetery. Wanna lie far from the mold and crowd. Wanna be buried in Seamus's graveyard. Wanna be buried in Seamus's yard.
Tom Keeton, live in the WLRN studio. So who's Seamus?
Actually, Seamus started out as Sergio. I thought of a song because I actually knew a guy who knew a guy, and he was telling him one day that his family had a family plot wherever they were from, you know, and his relatives were all buried there. He even asked my friend if he wanted to be buried there someday, and I thought that was a really cool, you know, thing, a family plot. And the guy's name was Sergio, but I was into Irish music at the time.
That's great.
So he turned into Seamus, and it became a jig.